I have this Badische that is made by Worth, and it had a problem. It broke a tooth off. Can you see it? I'm not sure whether you can see it or not. Might just about make it out there. So what I ended up doing, you can see it better there, look, see the silver of the soft solder. What I ended up doing was milling the damaged tooth off, that one I think, and drilling a 2mm hole in there, and what I done was I turned a get it, show you how serious. I turned a bit of brass down to a nice fit into the 2mm hole, and then I milled a couple of flats on it, cut it off, and soldered it in there, then filed it to shape. I have put it in between the plates with the first wheel, and it seems to run very smoothly, so I'm quite pleased about that. I did get another barrel, but although it looks identical and it's all in one piece, the teeth are very slightly different. If you have a look, you get some lined up and the others are in the wrong place. I don't think that would have caused any bother, but it is very, very slightly bigger. I don't know whether you can see the difference. It's only about 1/2 mil, but it's enough to make it bind, so hence the reason to repair that. And so I put it between the plates and checked it all, and it doesn't bind. You don't feel any resistance at all when you go past that bit, even putting a bit of pressure on the arbors. So I think we should be good to go there. So it's just a matter of putting it back together. I'm not going to show putting it back together because I've done that so many times. These are slightly different because it's got a pressed on gear there, which I have taken off and put back on. So I'll put it back together and we'll go from there. Thank you. Okay, I've got it all back together now. I don't know whether I've shown this in the past, but I'll show one anyway. When you're putting these pins back in, always after you trim the edge down and file them so they're nice and square, just finish it off nicely. Just gently draw a file before you put them in. That way you know they're going to grip without any problems. So it's all back together now. It runs smoothly. I haven't got anchor and all that in yet. Let's have a look, see what size we want for that. Too big. And we'll just put a couple of clicks on and everything should start working with a bit of luck. Oh, it would help if I put the click in, wouldn't it? It's an age thing, that is. So we put the ratchet in, put that in, and there should be a screw somewhere. There. clean the marks off that before I put it together, I think. Just so it trouble with these gloves, stop you getting fingerprints on it, but if you've got anything like wax on the gloves, then that seems to spread around the movement. Now it should wind up with luck. We'll put a screw in there first. Move my voice out of the way. That'll do for now for testing. Not very free running, I must admit. No, I'm not very happy with that. That should run quite smoothly on a couple of 3 clicks. Yes, it's running, but not very smoothly. And that's more than a couple of clicks. Yeah. See, that's 4 clicks. That's 6. Yeah, it's no good like that. You need it to be as friction free as possible. So I'll strip it down again and have a look, see what the problem is. Okay, a bit up here with it now, 4 clicks, and it's, as you can see, it's running quite happily. So I've oiled all the pivots, and I'm just going to let it run down now. I could release the mainspring, but I find it's just nicer if we let it run for a minute or two. Make sure the oil's round where it should be then. Then it's a matter of putting the anchor on and getting everything set up. I'll give this a clean now, it's a bit grotty. When you put this anchor in, it has to be set up in a certain position in the saddle, because the saddle acts as a like an eccentric bush. So that has to be set up before you do anything else. See, considering it's only 4 clicks, it's running for quite a while. You have to be very careful with these pins because they do break very easy. And it does look as though that one is very slightly bent inwards, but maybe not. So I shan't adjust it until I get it in there and see what it does. Although they're supposed to be parallel, sometimes they're not. Or parallel, no, not parallel. square, sometimes they're not exactly square. I've noticed that on a few clocks. So rule of thumb, don't adjust anything until you know it needs it. We'll come back in a minute when it's run down. Okay, I've got the saddle on, got the escape wheel in, giving it a couple of clicks, and just using your finger, make sure it trips, and it does quite happily. Now I thought there would have been a bit of adjustment on this saddle, but it seems not to be, so which is a bonus. I haven't got to set it up, it's all set up already. I need to put some oil on the two pivots. For the escape wheel, no, not the escape wheel, the anchor. Just a little bit of oil there, and a bit of oil there, and then it's just a matter of setting it up and testing it. We'll just spot the deliberate mistake. So this needs fitting. Come on. No. In the wrong place. That doesn't help, does it? So we're ready to put it on the base and set the beat and see what happens. Okay, so I've set the beat. It's just a matter of letting it run now. Seems to be escaping quite nicely. So it's in beat. So I haven't changed the torsion spring yet. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, because there don't seem to be anything wrong with it. Can't see the point in changing it if I don't have to. But all in all, I'm quite pleased, considering that it was a freebie. Customer decided, because it had a broken tooth, he didn't want it back. Well, he said, how much does he owe me for work I done on it already, like stripping it and polishing it and lacquering it? And I said, no, I won't charge him anything for that, because as far as I'm concerned, I hadn't finished the job, and I don't like charging for something I hadn't completed. And so he said, okay, in that case then please keep the clock. And now I have a working clock. It's a Badische stroke Hoover. Very nice clock. Not sure exactly how old it is, but I will have a look. I think it's early 1900s, or early-ish. This is the dial for it. It's a bit yellow, but it's all there. It looks to be okay. The the chap even brought around the dome for it, so I've now got a complete clock which will go on the shelf with all the other clocks. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks very much.